Okay, so I wanted to share with you guys a fun little story. So I'm up in like the sticks of Wisconsin, in Baraboo, Wisconsin. It's sticks, and I was shooting some video for an RV resort. So I arrived yesterday, and I got to the campsite and settled into the cabin, and I was trying to get a campfire shot, and there was a tornado warning, so I wasn't able to actually get that. So I head back to my cabin after I realized I'm not really going to be able to get much else, and I'll go ahead and shoot the rest tomorrow. And whole thing planned, a bunch of different activities, mini golf and basketball and swimming, and so I was in my cabin just hanging out on the phone with my wife, and I was just playing chess on my phone. I just got these new AirPods, and the noise reduction on these things is absolutely insane. It's amazing. So I'm on my phone talking to my wife, and I look up, and it's still pretty bright out. It's like 8:15, so it's not getting dark, but it's going to pretty soon. I just mind my own business, look down at my phone. After about 45 minutes pass, I look up, and it's dark outside. I was like, whoa, well, okay. It's dark now. And then I noticed the lightning, and I remember, oh yeah, there's just a clear thunderstorm warning, tornado warning and stuff. I should probably get my stuff packed up. And I looked outside and saw that there really was, like, the trees weren't moving a whole lot. There wasn't a whole lot of wind. I start packing up my stuff, and I'm taking my time because I'm like, at least in Kenosha, when there's like a severe thunderstorm warning or whatever, it's really not that big of a deal. So get my stuff packed up, but I look out the window and I see the trees are starting to kind of go a little crazy. I'm like, oh my, okay. And I open the front door, and when I tell you, I have never seen this amount of rain in this short a period of time. I'm not kidding. It was so much rain. There was a lot of rain from the front porch to my car. It was maybe like 2 steps. I step out, I close the door, I lock the door, and then I take those 2 steps, I open my car door, and I dive in the car. It is raining so hard that when I dive in the car, water falling off the top of my head, pouring into the car. I chuck my bags in, I sit down, I go to grab the door. As I go to grab the door, a branch falls on my car. And I'm amazed that it didn't hit my arm. I just felt some like leaves brush against my arm. But a branch falls on my car. I'm like, what the world is going on? What's happening? What? So it was like super dark at this point, and there's lightning all over the place. And so light is flashing and going crazy. Normally in the dark, your eyes have time to adjust, and you can kind of see in the dark. But because there's so much lightning going on, it's like a flash of light and then pitch black. Nothing, absolutely nothing. So I get up, I'm like, if I just lift the branch off of the car door, I can close it and I can go drive to the storm shelter. Because the whole reason I got in the car in the first place was so that a tree wouldn't fall, or I wouldn't get hit by something. That was the whole point in the first place. And then a branch falls on my car. So I'm trying to lift this branch off, and it's too heavy. I'm like, screw it. I gotta just do the thing I was avoiding in the first place, and I gotta just walk to the storm shelter. So I start walking to the storm shelter, and the whole time, I'm just like, God, please protect me. Like, don't let me get by a freaking tornado, or I guess I'll see you in a little bit. I make my way over, when there's like a snowstorm, and it's like white out, right? You can't see anything. You can't see a foot in front of your car. This is what it was like, but with rain. And I was walking in a rainstorm. And I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see 2 feet in front of me. It was the most rain I have ever seen falling from any. I get around the kind of driveway bend. I start seeing lights through the rain, and then I make it over to the storm shelter. Probably 150 people in one of the 2 bathrooms that people come in from the storm shelter. And we're probably sitting there for a half hour, and then we check, and it seems that the rain started to kind of lift up a little bit, like not too bad out. So the general consensus was, okay, it's fine. It's good to go ahead and go outside. So I walk back to my cabin, and I'm looking up, and it's 360 degrees of lightning everywhere. Just lightning, thunder, and honestly, it was probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. It was absolutely amazing. I was looking around. The rain wasn't too crazy now. I was absolutely drenched, but I'm walking on a kind of gravel driveway, and as I'm walking, I'm going down the cabins, and I see the end of the cabins. There's like a grouping of trees, and I'm like, where's my cabin? They keep walking. I see my cabin on the other side of the street. Did I go down the wrong turn? No, I didn't. The grouping of trees was one tree, a big tree, that fell over. It fell on it wasn't a branch. It wasn't a branch. It was an entire tree that fell on my car and on the cabin. It was an entire tree. Not just some kind of like little tiny branch, right? It was a tree. It was huge. The trunk was bigger than my head, much bigger than probably 3 of my head. The girth. Ooh. So this tree fell on my car, and I realized when I'd gotten out of the cabin and I went into my car, I sat on the driver's side seat and I reached out to grab that door handle. Maybe 5 seconds after I got in the car, that tree fell. And I was just thinking, man, if I had looked up 5 seconds later to see that it was dark outside, if I had taken 5 seconds more to pack up my things in my bag, in 5 seconds, 100%, I would have been impaled by that tree. 100%, I wouldn't be here right now looking at the beauty of Wisconsin. So it just kind of hit me like, man, God still has me here for something. Wanted to share that story with you guys. Kind of a nutty story, kind of crazy. Never thought that I'd have a tree fall on me. I'm alive. That's the crazy. I'm alive right now. Just blows my mind. Pulled up on the side of the road here and thought, man, Wisconsin's beautiful. Here's a bit of the beauty of Wisconsin. Enjoy.